But moving on, talking of deterrence, we want to show our viewers this video. We talk a lot on this show about climate activism and eco-activists and how police deal with them. Check out this. This is in Sweden. This was during their version of Strictly Come Dancing, their finale. You see an eco-activist taken out by a camera there. That is a camera on what we call a jib, a crane. And the camera absolutely socked this activist over the head. Now, we're familiar with these eco-activists now, pouring orange powder over themselves. These guys, they were talking about restoring wetlands. They said, we like to dance, but the climate's more important. Is this how we should be dealing with it? Do you think that was accidental, Henry?
I think it was accidental. I
Really?
mean, I didn't dance up and down with glee like you did, or watching them relaxing. The problem is that these guys, what they're doing is counterproductive. I think when we look at polls, most people agree that man-made climate change is happening and government has to do something about it. Net zero targets, I think we have to get there by 2050, and some people think it should be brought forward. Let's wait and see whether or not we elect politicians who will actually make that happen. But if you look at what's going on around the world, it's not going to be by little things that our government does that will change things. It's going to be, you know, China, India, the USA, the COPs. And people watch what's going to happen this summer. We're going to get to 40 degrees again. Yeah. Look at what happens in other countries. We have flooding in parts of the world which are not supposed to flood. So I think people have been persuaded, but running up and down and throwing orange powder is not going to change the needle at all.
Yeah, and look, I'm with Henry on this, Esther. You know, climate change is very real and we do need to face it on front. But is this the way to deal with these activists that people find so irritating? I think they've got a message.
Certainly not. I mean, they're nuisances, but I do think that's a beautiful bit of karma there. I do think that nature works. The balance is in order. This is fantastic.
I mean, we've got to say that we do respect the right to protest. You know, we're not Suella Braverman here.
No, I don't respect the right to terrorise the public. This is the thing. But, yeah. A lot of these people, gluing yourself to the M25, you're putting people's lives at risk. Now, what they did specifically didn't necessarily put people's lives at risk, but I think in the grand scheme of things,
they're doing it for you, Esther, though. For me,
I'm good. I'm all right. Thank you very much.
Let's cool off with the idea of ice cream. Henry said, you know, we'll get to 40 degrees this summer. Unfortunately, we probably will. And ice creams, obviously in this country, we love to eat 99s. An ice cream with a flake in the top. This story now that Cadbury's flakes are too crumbly to be used in 99 cones. We went out to speak to an ice cream seller and this is what he said.
German chocolate, very delicious and never been broken on the 99 flake.
I'll try this. Yeah, it's harder to beat. It's very bright. That's probably better.
Now, we are used to the idea of chocolate bars getting smaller as we get older, but crumblier, difficult to handle. These are German-made ones he mentioned in the video.
Deutsche
Take one of those. Deutsche Schokolade.
Yeah.
There is a British version, but I believe they're actually manufactured in Egypt. Do take one of these if you can and just test them out because
this just proves the sizes and everything.
Absolutely.
And this flake, the British version, doesn't actually taste of chocolate. So I'm not even going to use it. It tastes like dirt.
It is incredibly crumbly.
Yeah, crumbly and a bit bitter, not very nice.
Well, you say the German version isn't nice, but this is the one that the ice cream vendors actually prefer, Henry, at the moment, because they say it is more stable in a 99.
And it tastes of actual chocolate.
This
doesn't taste like chocolate. It tastes like a boot.
But these are the important things for us to consider here on this show, whether or not flakes are too crumbly. And I tell you what, it's just about possible to eat this. But things change, life moves on. We're going to have German flakes in our ice cream cones this summer when it is 40 degrees, unfortunately. Henry, Esther, it's been fantastic having you in the studio. Difficult to talk through a flake. That is it from me.